Hi guys, Daz here with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time is episode 97, and today I'm going to be discussing the best selling comics on eBay for the week ending October the 30th, 2020. Now, since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always guys, let's find out if you can beat me. Most people normally do. Now, starting in at number 20, we have a DC book, and it's a milestone, an imprint of DC, and it comes from 1993. And this issue is heating up because it has the preview of Static issue number 1, and of course, Static is getting his own movie from Michael B. Jordan's company. Now, some people are debating it's his first true appearance. The market is really going for Static number 1, but it's a double bonus with this one because of course you get the first appearance of Icon, who's probably the second most famous milestone character behind Static. So number 20 on our list is Icon issue number 1, the collector's edition, which is bagged up. I remember passing on this book a couple of years ago for just a couple of quid, and I nearly bought it then, kicking myself now because it's come back to bite me. What is it doing? It's doing pretty well, I'll tell you that much. It sold 15 copies at a 7-day trend plus 76%, and a high sale raw copy went for $25. I'm still on the lookout. Number 19 on our list from 1980, a bit of a stalwart now on my top 20, and it's heating up again because we've had a recent casting rumour that Oscar Isaac of Star Wars fame will be portraying Mark Spector, Moon Knight, and I'm a big fan of Moon Knight. As you know, I've got a CGC 8.0, which is worth quite a bit of money, around about $1,500 right now, which I'm ecstatic about. And people are now turning to this book. It's a book I've passed on many times, between £5 and £10. From 1980, the first solo Moon Knight series, issue number 1. There we go, guys. Now, it's heating up a little bit, I suppose, because Bushman, that's his first appearance, and he's rumoured to be one of the villains. But more so, people can't afford Werewolf by Night issue 32 anymore, so they're going for that one. I've said it before, I think Werewolf by Night issue 33 is the book that I would be chasing after. I picked up a nice mid-grade copy, the second appearance of Mark Spector, Moon Knight, for just £8. This sold 12 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 95%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $395. Very impressive stuff, really, just for a premiere issue. Number 18 on our list, and this is a recent book that is heating up because it has a couple of first appearances in it. Kushala, the Demon Rider, and Nina the Conqueror. Now, it's been recently announced that the Demon Rider character will be getting his own comic book series, and that's pushing this book. The book, number 18 on our list, is Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer's Supreme, issue number 1. Here we go, guys. If you can snag this one for cheap, I would do just that. Like I say, I don't pick up new books. I usually wait a week or two, and if I can find them then and they're still hot, I'll try and snag one. The book sold 16 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 88%, and a high sale raw copy went for $15.50. Do you know what? I cannot wait for this new Doctor Strange and the multiverse movie, because I'm hearing so many good things. Possibly the two previous Spider-Mans, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. I'm reading that Deadpool may be making an appearance, and the one that's got me most excited, possibly a little cameo from Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Fingers crossed on that. I'd be amazed, but you know, time will tell. Number 17 on our list, and I'm off the mark finally. It's from 2014, and this is a book that's cooling down just a little bit after we've had a lot of speculation that Silk is going to be making an appearance and getting her own film in the Sonyverse. Now, I don't know how many of you know, but Silk is actually, or rather Cindy Moon, who is Silk, is a classmate of Tom Holland, currently in the MCU. The book in question, number 17 on our list, Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 4. Yet, the first appearance of Silk, aka Cindy Moon, a Korean-American girl who was also bitten by the same radioactive spider as Peter Parker. It's an original Sin tie-in and a nice Humberto Ramos cover. I've got my Champions issue number 1 signed by Humberto Ramos. It was sent to me from America. So what can I tell you about this book? Well, it's sold 14 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 93% and a high sale CGC 9.8. Went for $293.69. Mine has got to be a 9.8, I reckon. And I paid £3 for mine in the middle of 2019 at a car boot. And it wasn't Car Boot Tony. I've also sold a copy for around about 20 odd. Number 16 on our list, and it's again from 2014. And this is a book in high grade that is going close to $1,000. It's the first appearance of Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider as it is now. Yep, Gwendolyn Maxine Stacy. Of course, we're getting her again into the Spider-Verse, the sequel, and I'm sure it's just a matter of time before she enters the MCU. We've also got the first cameo appearance of Spider UK in this book, which is Billy Braddock, and a few other minor appearances. But it is all about Gwen Stacy. And the book sold 13 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 85% and a high sale CGC 9.8. Went for a very nice $990. I paid £40, which is an absolute steal in this grade, in February of this year at my favourite con, the True Believers, which is in Cheltenham. They also had Miles Morales' first appearance there, Ultimate Fallout 4, for 45, and I reckon I could have got it for 40. What was I thinking? Another copy. Number 15 on our list, and this is a nice 1 in 50, and it was a hot variant of the week. The book in question, Werewolf by Night, issue number 1, the Takashi Ozaki variant. And this is a nice incentive. Like I say, a 1 in 50. There's your book. Of course, Werewolf by Night is rumoured to be coming into possibly the Moon Knight show, if not its own show later on down the line. And I've also been reading that Dracula's coming into Moon Knight. So many possibilities now, isn't there, with these Disney Plus. Well, that book sold 12 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 97% and a high sale raw copy went for a nice $81. Sticking with the 1 in 50s now, and this is a variant that features Thor taking on the power cosmic, a key scene within the pages of this book, and it sets the table for a bigger upcoming storyline. The book in question, recent book, the Delotto 1 in 50 of Thor number 6. There's your book, guys. Nice cover, that one. What can I tell you about its numbers? Well, it sold 10 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 180% and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $156.60. I can't imagine too many of us will have these last two books. Like I say, The Werewolf by Night, 1 in 50, and The Thor, 1 in 50. Up next, number 13 on our list, and this is a 1 per store variant. And it moved a lot last week, and it slowed down a little bit, but it's still doing okay. But how many reprints of this book are there? Number 13 on our list, The Walking Dead Deluxe Gold Foil 1 per store variant. There's your book, guys. I think the only difference from the original is basically it is in colour this time. What did it do? Well, it had a 7-day trend of plus 80% and sold 26 copies, with a high sale raw copy going for a very impressive $75. I've got a few number ones, obviously not the number one, but I got one of them signed, I think, by Charlie Adler, who is the artist. Number 12 on our list, and it's the big boy book. It is from 2011, and it's just always in my top 20, it seems. Ultimate Fallout, issue number 4 is our number 12 this time around. Of course, the first appearance of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, who I've been reading is rumoured to be coming into Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3, which would be very exciting. Time will tell, but of course we're getting into the Spider-Verse 2. It's also the issue where Reed Richards becomes the Maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his philosophy of the world to the children of tomorrow. And I've said it before, that is meant to be a future MCU Fantastic Four storyline I've been reading. This is a Death of the Spider-Man tie-in. What did it do? It sold 26 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 80% and a high sale CGC 9.8, back over 1,000 at 1,058. I paid £13.90 for my copy as I treated myself to a birthday present back in March of 2018. Now, number 11 on our list, and the first runner-up to the big top 10, is a book from 2016. And this book seems to have a lot going for it. This issue is the first full appearance of Jessica Cruz and the first mention of the Three Jokers. Yet it seems still pretty affordable despite significant market movement. What is the book? Number 11 on our list. It was a book at one point I thought we had, but I had issue 40, not this one. Justice League, issue number 50. That is our number 11 this time round, guys. What numbers did it do? It sold 17 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 98% and a high sale CGC 9.8. Went for $200.38. It's been a pretty lousy start for me in the top 20 so far. What have we got into the big top 10? It is a New York Comic Con variant, and it comes from a small publisher called Scout Comics, and Scouts have put out some good titles in the past. This is was exclusive, and it allowed buyers to get 2 copies for $25 at the New York Comic Con. And it's recently hit a high sale of $300 for a raw copy. The book in question is Phantom Starkiller. Yeah. Phantom Starkiller, issue number 1. And it comes from Gorl and Schmilk. That is a pretty neat looking cover. I've been reading about this book a lot on the forums. It certainly seems to have something going for it. It sold 11 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 197%. It's meant to be a fun series, and the variant covers are pretty amazing. So let's see where it goes. Number 9 on our list, and this is another small company called Aftershock Comics. We know about them, of course we do. And this is a holdover from last week. This is a variant is proving to be very difficult to find. The book in question, number 9 on my list this time round, is We Live, issue number 1, the Dustin Nguyen 1 in 15 variant. It is a book I've been looking for when I went to Bristol. No joy, of course. Some stunning artwork on that book, though. It sold 19 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 116%, and a high sale raw copy went for $45. And then back in at number 8, we're sticking with Scout Comics, and we're sticking with the Phantom Starkiller. Now, while the New York Comic Con skyrocketed in price, the first issue is a surprise entry. Here we go. Number 8 on our list, Phantom Starkiller, issue number 1. And this is a nice cover. I love the colours. They really pop. There we go. Number 8 on my list. Like I say, meant to be a fun read, that one. And if you have read that in the comments, let me know. It had a 7-day trend of plus 184%. And it sold 13 copies with a high sale raw copy of $14.99. I can't imagine that book is too easy to find. Now, number 7 on our list, and it comes from DC Comics, and it's a book I owned, and I picked this up a long time ago. There is a new Robin that recently debuted, and that is Maps Mizoguchi. I can't even say it properly. Maps Mizoguchi, and that is the new Robin, and she comes in Gotham Academy, issue number 1. Now, her first appearance, amongst many other first appearances, is really pushing this book at the moment. Keep an eye on this. It sold 22 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 112%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a very solid 175%. I mean, reading on forums, this book is primed for like an animated series, they seem to think. There's a 1 in 25 Clooney variants. Keep your eyes out on there. That. But what did I pay for mine? Just £1. And that was way back in early 2016. One of the first keys I picked up. I remember feeling quite proud about that. Number 6 on our list. And we got the collector's edition. Of course, we had Icons collector's edition, so we've got to have Statics, haven't we? Number 6 on our list is Static, issue number 1, the collector's edition. There's your book, guys. We all know it. Still polybagged. And it is the one kind of version that I don't have, because I have the newsstand edition and I have the unbagged collector's edition. So I'm sitting all right with Static, to be fair. But it would be nice to have that polybagged edition. But, you know, I've heard that a lot of comics do get damaged in polybags. Well, that collector's edition, with the recent announcement of the Static movie, sold 23 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 107% and $123 for a raw sealed copy. Wow. That's very impressive. Now, number 5 on our list is from 1988. And wow, this book keeps hitting new heights. Of course, we are getting the Venom sequel soon, Let There Be Carnage. The book is a book, I think my ship has sailed on this one. Number 5 on our list is the big boy book. It is Amazing Spider-Man issue 300, the first full appearance of Venom, aka Eddie Brock. And like I said, I remember passing on that one on an Oxfam charity shop for about 100 quid, but it was beat to hell. It sold 23 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 146%. And get ready for this. A high sale CGC 9.8 for a book from 1988, remember, has just gone for $4,451. Oh my days. I'm just waiting for that new trailer. Number 4 on our list, and it's a book I own. There is a rumour that this character is going to be the first mutant other than Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver to enter the MCU. And they were never really called mutants, were they? And apparently this character is going to come into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show. Now, this character has already appeared in a Deadpool 2 deleted scene. The character appeared firstly in comics in this issue. X-Men issue 4 is our number 4 from 1992. This is a book I paid £3 for back in the middle of 2017. I've sold 2 or 3 of these. They are plentiful, yet it's commanding pretty good coin at the moment. Yes, Omega Red's first appearance, and he is Arkady Gregorovich. And his first appearance sold 20 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 173%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $169. Certainly don't overpay for this book, but I'll be surprised if he does come into the Falcon and Winter Soldier. It seems an odd play. But I have seen a logo of, is it Maripur, where the X-Men are from or something? That is, so they're, I think, going to be showcasing the X-Men in some way in that series. Now, number 3 on our list is from Image Comics. It's from 2015. Development is slowly progressing on the announced Amazon series. And Amazon is putting out some fantastic independent stuff at the moment, of course, with The Boys. Oh my days, my favourite. But this one seems to do well. Now, I remember being in Forbidden Planet and they had grab bags, and there were so many of these copies in there. And why I didn't pick them up, I don't know. But I do have a copy. The book in question, Paper Girls, issue number 1. Basically, a group of girls get caught between 2 factions of time travelers at war with one another. Sounds pretty good premise. This book sold 35 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 105% and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $100. Picked this up at the Antique Centre, like I said, for £3 in early 2019. Now, number 2 on our list. And I don't know how many of you will have this one, because this is really low printed, but I do have a copy. And it comes from Devil's Due. And like I say, hats off to you if you got this issue, because it's a hard book to find. Now, there was an announcement a week or so ago that MGM has filled up to book a feature film on this series. And the recent news came on this book, Mercy Sparks, issue 0. Yes, I have a copy. Happy days. This is the first appearance of Mercy Sparks, a devil hired by heaven to hunt down rogue agents. And it's also the first appearance of the villain, I believe, Mr. Suit. Now, it sold 18 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 348%, and a raw near mint minus copy went for $49.99. I paid £12.57 for this when I was hearing about early rumours, and that was in the January of 2019. Fingers crossed it happens now, because I could be sitting pretty. Number 1 on our list then, this time round, is a book from IDW. And this issue heated up quickly when it was showed to have an extended preview of the much anticipated Last Ronin series. And in the preview, we see a hint that the Last Ronin, still unknown which turtle at that point, is possibly speaking to his dead brothers. The book in question, it's another incentive. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 110, the Ben Bates 1 in 10 variant. That was a mouthful. I can't imagine too many of you will have this 1 in 10. That's our number 1 this time around, guys. Pretty sweet looking cover. I've got a couple of Turtles keys. I've got Jenica. What did it do then? Number 1 this time round. It sold 30 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus $1,013, and a high sale raw copy went for $55. That's it. That's a wrap, guys. How many did I have? 1, 2, 3. Don't count the statics because when the collectors. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7. I think I had 12 last time. 7 a beat, guys. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Daz the Key Chaser. Thanks for your support. Bye for now.